Hello everyone, welcome to General Lando 327 plays Final Fantasy XIII. We are on episode 16. So last time we got basically to the end of chapter 7. We finally all met up at Hope's house, minus Saz and Vanille, who are still not with us. So we all get to Hope's house. Hope's dad welcomes him with open arms, and forgives Snow. Lightning asks for Snow's forgiveness for not trusting him and Sarah, and then they all get invaded by soldiers in bright black and orange glowy suits that just apparently want to die since they're trying to sneak into a home with glow-in-the-dark suits on. So we are going to give them what they want, and we are about to get to my favorite cutscene in the entire second favorite cutscene in the entire game. Let me see, which way do I want to do this? I want to do this in the right order because if I don't, it's going to force me to fight an extra battle, and I don't really want to do that. I'm trying to think of which direction I need to go. Oh, before I do that anyway, I need to reset my paradigms. So as I was mentioning in the last, the end of the last episode, the paradigms here, the forced battle that you get here, you're stuck with the same paradigms that you had in the previous in the boss battle previously, but now you can actually fix those, and you want to pretty much try to fix it to what you're going to want to have for the next boss battle. So we are going to do that. And for once, I'm actually going to use a Sentinel. Because trust me, you're going to want it. Start there. Have, sen, rav, com, sen, rav. There we go. Let's see. So we actually can just use Relentless Assault for now against these guys. Get it done in a hurry. I did this in the right order. I don't really want them to get thirst stick on me, because that just makes things even more annoying. Really. Then we want to go all the way down here to get this for an Ethersol. Wait, what? That's supposed to be an Ethersol. Oh, no. I did that in the wrong order. Whatever. That's the Brawler's wristband. The other Sol is on this side, which means I'm going to have to fight that first group again, but that's fine. Actually, it's not a bad idea to do a bunch of fighting here and make sure you have enough to finish off your Hysterium. To be honest. Or at least this tier of your Hysterium. Like I said, boss fight coming up immediately after this little segment that we're in. Oh, yeah. I always forget to pay attention to my health in this section because these things are nastier than they look. Mostly because they usually have vigilance. That means you can't prevent them from attacking very easily. They're going to carry through with their attacks no matter what you do to them. Unless you launch them. Then you're golden. But at that point they're dead anyway, so. Right, this is the other saw. Alright, so let's go ahead and spend what we have here, though. May as well. Fine, whatever. Because they won't let you do that unless you kill both of these groups. Oops, I'm in the wrong paradigm.
The adrenaline.
Yeah, because you're not going to get very much CP here, so it's really, you can finish off your Crystarium tier if you feel like it, but it's not really necessary. At this point, you've got the most important things anyway, so. How did I miss one on the Commando tier? Well, that's silly.
It's flowing now.
Alright, so I do need to change my equipment just a little bit. We're going to replace the power wristband with our new Brawler's wristband. We're going to give you a Magician's Mark for once.
Is it over? Are they?
They're fine. Your son's a tough kid.
ordered the battalion.
They'll take out the whole building next.
Dad! Hope! Thank goodness. Are you hurt?
No, but how about you?
Still in one piece. My turn.
Don't shoot! I'll show you what a Lassie looks like!
Port jacket. This, by the way, is my second favorite cutscene in the entire game.
Me! I'm a Lassie! Surprised? Expected some kind of monster? I'm flesh and blood, like you! An ordinary citizen of Cocoon! Don't you get it? This has been our home our whole lives! How could we even think about destroying it? We want to protect this place just as much as you!
He's on our side? He's lying. What if he's focused? It's a trick.
You must be Snowvilliers.
This also gives you the first reason that I love Colonel Roush.
Yag Rosh, Psychom Division. I understand your plight. However, the Pulse threat is not so easily dismissed. The very existence of Ulysses puts every last one of us in danger. Tell me, do you really think your life is worth more than the lives of millions of Cocoon citizens? I do not. And so, it falls to me to order your execution. It's that simple. It is my responsibility to see you put down. Your lives are forfeit.
Oh, cut the crap! You want Lassie? Then kill Lassie! Why do other people have to die? The purge has got to stop!
Do you think we want to purge our own people? If any trace of Pulse remains, the populace will erupt into chaos. Without sacrifice, without the purge, Cocoon will die.
Just that little back and forth between them. And the fact that Roush understands what's really going on. Like, he's as committed to his course as Snow and Lightning were to theirs at the beginning of the game.
We're leaving. Hope, tie up your dad. We threatened you and forced you to help us. Got it?
There must be something
Do
else.
what she says. I can't let you get dragged into this. I want to stay here, but there's no place for a Lassie. I'm going with the others. We'll survive somehow. I promise you that.
I get that Hope's part of a sportsman's club,
Yeah.
but that was a really fast time
I
at
hate
night.
to run out on you.
You're not running! This is not running away. You've made a choice. You'll survive and do what needs to be done.
You mean... complete my focus?
Don't you worry about that. You make the choice.
Thanks, Dad.
Damn it.
Our turn, hero.
What? I can handle a little gas.
Catch your breath. I'll throw in some hits for you.
So this could be a tough fight if you don't set up for it properly. You definitely want to toss a Libroscope first thing. Next thing you want to do is definitely change targets, which is not very easy to do with a medic as your leader. But if you Libra and then change to the target that you want it to go to, then your party will be set to target that component. But we definitely want to get Protect and Shell on before we worry too much about that anyway. So right now we don't have anybody that's capable of doing any attacking. So the reason that I tend to target the holes first is because they have the Missile Barrage attack that's rather annoying otherwise. And then you're basically just going to want to switch between Delta attack and Delta attack and Mystic Tower to try to take out each component separately. And then if you need to heal, you can switch over to I think which one is it that I have equipped here. It's Discretion is the one that you want to do that way, because that way it has 2 medics in it that you can just heal very quickly. And since you have Fang as your sentinel, there's not going to be much going on to your the rest of your party. Really should have used this power here. So and then you just switch over to this, heal up quickly, and then switch right back to Delta attack. Finish off. And once you do that first, you see how much damage that just did to the main Havoc Sky Tank itself. Over 80,000 damage. No way we'd be able to get anywhere near that otherwise. This one. Cast? Thank you. And back to and there's that one. Another 88,000 damage. Alright, then we can just take out the turrets. And to be honest, you can actually, at this point, probably fairly easily switch over to the Relentless Assault and then just drop into Discretion whenever you need to. It's almost better off to do it that way, except for when they all target Hope, because then it's just annoying, because that happens. Probably need to switch back to this long enough to get him healed up. Or get him Shell back. Protecting Shell. Anytime you want to cast it, thank you. Then we finish off these turrets. If you're not real confident in your ability in this game, I would definitely just stick with the Delta attack and the tower approach, but Alright, now all we have left is that little bit of the tank's health. Problem is that now, of course, it's going to start using its more dangerous attack. And no, that's not the blasters. Alright, then we want to use, as much as we can, we want to use Decimation to reapply our buffs so that we can keep the pressure on the tank. Just get back to Relentless Assault to keep going. Why hasn't it opened up yet? There it is. That should be coming eventually. And now we have it staggered. Yay! Not that it really matters because it's a flying target, so it's not going to launch it. We can't even do a physical attack on it, so. It's one of the few battles in the entire game that are the equivalent of a long-range fight. You can't actually get up close to attack it. But as you can see with protecting shell on, even its actual like main cannon doesn't do that much to us. And because it's opened up like this, now it's going to stagger super fast. There we go. And that is the end of chapter 7. Basically.
Again? There's no end to these guys.
Hey, you bang.
Need a ride?
The cavalry has arrived. Literally,
Don't get
in
cute.
this case.
Right, let's move it.
Oh yeah, Snow's still back there somewhere. Oops. Wouldn't that be funny if they just left him behind, forgot that he was back there?
When it comes to home and family, we never keep either as close as we should. Whoever stops to think that this time could be the last?
Now we are to the one of the shortest chapters in the game.
Seasick?
Nope. I'm fine.
Okay then.
And we have a new Crystarium tier. Woohoo! Alright, let's see what we got. We have Power Chain. And we have 2 roll levels for Commando. And then we get Scourge and Jeopardize. So basically these are the abilities that he gets in this one, other than Scourge, are all based around stabilizing the chain gauge and boosting the chain gauge. So, let's see. Vanille, what do we get for her? Aurora, Fira. Oh, this is, no, I'm sorry. This is, I was like, Spark Strike. Vanille doesn't get Spark Strike. No, this is Ravager for Saz. So, I think those are the last 2 second tier spells. And Spark Strike. And Renew is a technique that is very useful in tight spots. It's a 2 TP technique that that will revive all of your allies and either fully restore your party or if they're dead, then it'll revive them with a fair amount of HP. And then a third roll level for Ravager. And then Synergist, he gets the best Synergist ability in the game, Haste, which is our top priority right now, because it's absolutely a must for the boss battles in this chapter. And then he also gets the last 2 end spells, and Fire and End Frost, and then Boon, which extends the duration of any existing buffs when he applies a new one. And then you get roll level. So now that once he gets Boon, the equivalent for Saboteur is Jinx, then they actually will, with the AI, continue to cast buffs or debuffs appropriately. Because then it's actually extending the duration of what's already applied. So that actually fixes part of that little problem with the programming. Although it's completely unnecessary if they had programmed it, more reasonably in the first place, which they do in 13.2. So let's see. For Vanille, we get, on the Ravager track, we get Blizzard. Wow, she didn't even have the last base spell yet. Watera. And Bizarra, and then a roll level. Saboteur, she gets Imperil, finally. The accessory slot, let's see, Dispel, also very useful. We will use that a lot in Chapter 9. And then the roll level. And then for Medic, I think she doesn't have anything on this tier. Oh, she gets Renew on this tier. And she gets Raise. Okay. For some reason I thought she already had Raise. Alright, but let's, like I say, the first priority right now for Saz is Haste. We need Haste. And we have Haste. Alright, then we're going to get to go for the first roll level in Commando, so that he has all of his rolls at level 2. And we'll catch Power Chain on the way, because it's a very useful ability. There we go. And then we're going to go ahead and finish off the Ravager tier before we do anything else. Alright, so Since Vanille is never our party leader in this chapter, getting Raise is not a big priority because she can't cast it on herself, and if Saz dies, it's game over. So, no point in getting that right away. But we do want Imperil. There it is. And then we can go ahead and get the accessory slot while we're at it. There we go. And then let's go ahead and get Blizzard. Alright, and then, like I said, we're going to use Dispel a lot in the next chapter, so we're going to go ahead and go for that next. Okay. Alright, we're going to switch weapons here. So in this case, he's going to start being used more as a Ravager than as a Commando very soon. So I'm going to switch him over to the Dead End Duelers. We don't need this metal armband anymore. Throw on a tungsten bangle for the low HP power surge again. And then she needs, let's see. Wait, what? Oh, okay, never mind. So I did that wrong. So I only want one tungsten bangle there, and then a spark ring, because everything in this chapter uses electric damage, so, or lightning damage, or thunder damage, or however they classify it. And then, so they're both going to get the same sub-equipment. Alright, so the first part of this chapter is tedious, dull, and unnecessary in my opinion. And quite literally, it's a walk in the park. Because this is a giant theme park.
Look, we don't get separated.
Not a lot of security here. Yeah, for these people, the Lassie panic must still seem like a world away. Huh. Oh, hey. Looks like they're putting Eidolons on parade. Starting soon. What do you say? Let's go check it out.
Sure. Huh?
We interrupt this program to bring you a breaking news update. The Lassie, who surfaced in Palamcolum and attacked the city's citizens, are still on the run from authorities. Sanctum soldiers are tracking their location, but have yet to engage the fugitives. The presence of hostages has been confirmed.
What's wrong?
It's her.
Yup. Looks like the army finally found him.
Hostages? They should just blow them away with the Lassie.
They're all infected by Pulse or something by now anyway.
The parade's about to start. Come on, let's go.
Now remember, Saz doesn't know that Vanille is from Pulse yet. Even though we know it, Saz does not know that yet.
Sure, they'll catch the Lassie soon. It's totally not cool.
There's literally, like, not even anything here to get in this section.
Loosen up. Gotta make the most of this. Right?
I knew we'd be saying goodbye soon. Better to do it with a smile. The Pompous Sancta Parade. A pageant commemorating the war between Cocoon and Pulse.
You do get a fair amount of backstory in this little section, though.
The show is starting. Look.
It's really the point of this first part of the chapter is just world building type stuff. And also cool cutscenes.
It's party time,
Sort
little
of.
lady.
With pulse-born spite and savage might, I will destroy Cocoon!
Here comes the attack from Pulse.
With trusty blade and Balsi's aid, I will defend Cocoon! To battle! You dare oppose me? I will fulfill my focus!
Ragnarok!
Balsi grant me strength!
Sometimes I had to wonder, could our deaths have brought back peace?
Where to next, little lady?
I'll let you decide. Just keep on smiling.
I know. A Nautilus Park Day. With Sags.
Yeah, but should we really be playing around?
Forget about that heavy stuff for a while. And maybe this'll just fade away.
Okay.
Oh yeah, totally. That definitely makes
Great.
sense.
Let's roll.
So this is the city of trains?
Pulse has been trying to invade Cocoon for ages, huh?
Might as well just follow the crowd.
Get it.
Hey, no cheating!
Wish I brought some.
What's in Nautilus Park anyway?
It's a huge amusement park built by the Sanctum. Bet they never expected to see visitors.
So, is this place special?
I promised Dodge. I was gonna bring him someday. Hope I can at least tell him about it.
You'll get the chance.
Maybe. I do know where they're keeping it.
Can I come with you?
Sure. More the merrier. What about you? You got someone special out there?
Special? Nope.
Really? Now that is kind of sad.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm kidding. I didn't mean to upset you.
Well, I'm just fine, thank you. I wanted to tell him everything, but I couldn't. Not until the time was right.
Oh no, I forgot to... Oh.
So if for some crazy reason you care, if you take the second lift here closer to the save point, you can actually go back to where you came into this area at the Nautilus station. No idea why you would want to do that. There's, again, literally nothing there. So...
Oh, I thought I
Alright,
smelled
so
something.
there is one chest here. Oh yeah, after the cutscene. Again.
Somebody's excited.
We've gotten to the petting zoo section of the
You could
theme
make
park.
some new friends.
Dodge is crazy about chocobos. He really wanted to come here.
Let's look around.
Indeed. And in we go.
And out we go. And you definitely want to catch that one because that one is the Phoenix Down, and like I said, very early on, they're extremely expensive, even late game. So. And here we have the most annoying, like, pseudo minigame in the entire game.
Oh. Ooh. The smell. Ugh. Glad I don't work here.
The smell reminded me of home. The wilderness of Pulse.
Hey, come back here.
And this starts a nice little game of hide and seek that you have to complete before you can continue with the storyline. Shoot me, please.
Did we always sell these toys?
Gotta be around here.
And all we get for that is a star pendant, which if you're a fan of the Final Fantasy series, you know what that does. It helps you resist poison. Honestly, I don't think I ever used that accessory. But hey, now we can keep going. After this cutscene, the game really starts to pick up. You could argue that it does a little bit in the last chapter,
The gang already.
but
Always good to be among friends.
from here on, the storyline is pretty
Doubled.
action-packed until chapter 11, where we're going to take a break from
And nothing
story and do
seems
a
scary
whole lot of side
for someone to
quests.
share it with.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're still number one, of course.
Of course. Thanks, Renil. Now, when I see Dodge, I can tell him about the chocobos. He's being held by the military.
Psychon, you mean?
Yeah, since he's a cocoon Lassie. They're running tests. They're trying to figure out his focus. I'm turning myself in. I know they execute Lassie, but hey, they're not total monsters. They'll listen to a final request. They'll have to. Before the end, I want to talk to Dodge one last time. I want to tell him about these chocobos. I want to tell him about everything I've seen.
But wait! Sass!
Listen, I don't want you to worry. You're not part of this. You'll have plenty of time to split before I surrender.
That's not what I meant!
I'm sorry, Vanille. I'm tired of all this running.
But... you can't. What about Dodge?
Huh?
It's a Lassie because of someone from Pulse. You can't give up without getting revenge. I know who it is. I know who's responsible for the accident. The accident at Uriday.
Then tell me!
The Lassie who ruined your life was...
Dramatic pause! Very, very dramatic pause.
Soldiers? Where'd they come from? Get out of here, Vanille! No place left to run.
It's one of the few times that I use a save point mid game because I hate that area. Not as much as I hated the area in the Battle Peaks, but I don't want to do it again, that's for sure. Although if I had to do it again at this point, I would just skip through all the cutscenes so that you didn't, you know, waste all that time, but... set that back. And set that one back. There we go. This is another one of those battles where if you rush forward and you can make contact with the Orion before it finishes opening up, you can get that free preemptive strike. And now we have dual casting in the party. We can stagger this so much more quickly this way. Plus now we have Imperil, so our elemental spells are going to be doing a lot more damage.
This is gonna sting. Time for a second wind.
Not that I particularly need to use Libra on these, but, you know, we still tell Vanille not to waste time casting certain things. Let her know to cast Arrow and Fire.
This is gonna sting.
And two of them were totally too tough, so, you know, they better only have one guarding this chest. So we get a new set of guns for Saz, and again, they're a pair that I just don't usually use. It does give him augment maintenance, which, as you can see, extends the duration of offensive buffs, but it also lowers his stats, so, although not much in terms of strength, but the magic does drop, and the reason that I have the guns that I have equipped is for the magic boost, so...
Always gonna be on the run. We're Lassie.
So in this battle, I recommend targeting anything you can that you can get a decent blitz attack with. Because, I mean, nothing here is all that tough. And then you're not horribly, it's not a horrible idea to just use blitz to, you know, once it charges the blitz, pick your moment to attack whenever it's most rational. There we go. There's absolutely nothing to the left. No fights, no treasures, no nothing. So, let's see. This one might actually be a little bit more interesting, although no, not really.
Be careful!
Of course, the downside to having Vanille in the party right now is that she doesn't have slow yet, making this fight a little bit more annoying, but only mildly. Because she also has Cura and she also has Cura, and we have 2 Ravagers, so that's not the one I like. Wrong one. There we go. Again, you can do the same thing here if you happen to make contact with it before it sets up. You get a preemptive strike. Kind of like that. There we go. And just get your debuffs on it. Yes, by all means, go ahead and try to do Sparkstorm, because then by the time that you get charged up, I'll have already hit you again. Better. And then here we're going to pick up another situationally useful weapon for Vanille. Honestly, I really don't use it, but depending on your playstyle, you might. I think my first time through I did quite a bit because I wasn't using Vanille as a Saboteur very often. So this one gives her improved Cure, so if you do use her as a healer a lot, then then that's probably one of the weapons you're going to be interested in. Alright, and we are just over an hour, so I'm going to go ahead and save here. And next time we will fight the 2 bosses of this chapter and move on to chapter 9, where things really actually start to come together and start moving forward rather quickly. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please like and share this video and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Everybody have a great day.